Hey creators, ever wonder if a lightweight compact microphone can deliver professional sound? Well, today I'm going to be looking at the Hollyland Lark M2s. I bought this with my own money. Obviously, it was made for people like us, like you and I, content creators. I did have some issues with the editing of my audio and the playback of audio on certain cameras, but you can stay tuned to the end for that. So I'll be putting this microphone to the test with a Sony ZV1F, Sony A6700, iPhone 15 Pro Max, and of course the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Here we go. As soon as you pull it out of the box, you can immediately tell that this is made to be portable. Just to give you some reference on the size, here is the AirPods Pro, the latest version. Now, obviously, this is much bigger than the AirPods Pro, but it can still fit in the palm of your hand. And I really like the build quality of this this charging case for what it is. So you got that little rubber mat on there to prevent it from sliding on a table. Got an indicator light to indicate if it's charging or charged. So yep, looks like I'm all charged up. If we take this bad boy and go ahead and open it, here are the goods. So it looks like it comes with the receiver, little gain button. These are the actual microphones. The logo is not visible from the front. Only that little button right there is visible from the front, which is fantastic. Got your two microphones, receiver, and then we got another receiver for iPhones or smartphones or computers or tablets. I'm going to go ahead and test it on the Osmo Pocket 3 and see if that works out. And everything just fits there in this nice carrying case. Now, one thing I wish it did have, which I know the DJI Mic Mini has, is a place to store the auxiliary cable. Doesn't fit in the case. Whoops. Doesn't fit inside the case. So because of that, you're going to be forced to carry around this carrying bag, this carrying pouch, which, isn't bad, honestly. But I really wish that this would fit inside there, and that would be the only thing that I had to carry. So also in here are, looks like a charging cable. Looks like an adapter. Comes in the box. USB-C to Lightning for older iPhone model users. And then also in here are these little wind muffs. I hardly ever film outside, but I will keep those with me just in case I have the need to film outside and I feel like I need a wind muff. So yeah, that's it. Overall package, it's not too bad. I think that one of the main reasons you would consider a microphone like this over a shotgun mic is that you can get clear audio even if you're all the way back here inside of your frame. Shotgun mic only sounds good when you're about this close to the camera. So I bought this system specifically to use with my Sony A6700 so that I could have some good audio at a distance. So you take your receiver, stick it into your hot shoe or cold shoe, and you'll see that the lights are flashing blue. And once you take one of the microphones out, you'll see that it's also flashing blue. And as soon as you have a solid blue line, right? So you see the solid blue line right there, then you know it's connected. So you then have to take your provided cable and plug it into the side of your camera. Boom, just like that, and you're ready to go. Yeah, it's connected. So now when you flip on your camera, what you want to make sure is that when you speak into the mic, so right now I have the mic up to my face, and I can see the audio levels dancing on my screen, and that's what I want. And if I put the microphone down to about chest level, you can see those audio levels dancing pretty nicely. Okay, so I've never actually set this up to be used on a smartphone before, as I had no intention of ever doing that, but apparently it's as simple as plugging it in. So let's just take this guy out. Let's take out one of these microphones. So I'm going to go ahead and plug this bad boy in. Oh, look at that. The little lights are starting to light up. And it works exactly like the big receiver on a camera, where I can see the solid blue indicate that it is on. Okay, this bad boy is clipped onto my shirt. Started recording. I have the Hollyland Lark M2s plugged into the mobile receiver directly into my phone, not having downloaded the app or not having ever done this ever before until just now. It seems to be working just fine. Okay, now it's time to test it with my favorite camera, the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Okay, flip this guy on. So mind you, this is my very first time doing this, so I have no idea if this is going to work or not. So I got my Osmo is on, it's good to go. I'm going to go ahead and try to plug this receiver directly into the back. Oh, and look at that. Look at that. It's starting to light up. Now we're listening to the Hollyland Lark M2s plugged directly into my DJI Osmo Pocket 3. I didn't plug in the big receiver, I just plugged in the small dongle that usually goes into a smartphone. The audio levels on my camera seem to be dancing, so it's as simple as just plugging it in, which may actually make this a good contender for to the DJI Mic 2. Now the Mic 2 is really nice with this camera because all you got to do is turn it on and it just works, but then you have to deal with that huge brick and or a lavalier mic, where with this one you could probably barely notice it, but it's right there on my shirt. All I did is I plugged in that little USB-C receiver and it appears to be working just fine. I just now discovered that, and this may potentially be replacing my DJI Mic 2 that I normally use. This is the Hollyland Lark M2s with the gain set all the way up. Camera volume record settings set about halfway. How does it sound? I do got to say that I really like the way that this microphone looks on your shirt. I'm wearing a black shirt and you can barely tell that it's there. Of course, I'm wearing a plain shirt so you can kind of see it, but if I put it right here, it almost looks just like a button. You know, this is a very light, stretchy shirt. These are shirts that I like to wear, so obviously this is a much better microphone to wear than the DJI Mic 2, which is what I'm used to. And what I've done previously is I just put on that little lavalier mic and I clip it onto my shirt just like this one. But then of course it's a little inconvenient to get the wire, run it into your pocket and hope that the wire doesn't come out and hope that you don't press a button either on your person or on your subject. So I must say the design of this thing is fantastic and I really love it. I just got to get over a couple of quirks about it when it comes to the audio recording and the audio levels. Okay, so now I'm on the Sony ZV1F. Gain is set all the way up. Audio levels are set to about medium on the camera itself. How does it sound? Now on both my Sony cameras, for some crazy reason, when I go to listen to my video on the playback screen, the inbuilt camera speakers, when I push play on the on the video, I can't actually hear the audio. So it's a little unsettling when I try to watch a movie back or watch a clip back and I can't hear the audio when I can clearly see that the audio levels are jumping on the camera. So you can see that the audio levels, they're jumping and they're right about perfect showing on channel 1 and channel 2. But for whatever reason, when I push play on the camera itself, I can't actually hear it. I tried a bunch of different ways to set this up, and for some reason, the audio levels that are recorded from this transmitter going directly into the A6700, they seem like really low, as if the A6700 can't read them. And it's a little troubling because I can see the audio meters dancing, the audio levels jumping as I speak, so I know that audio is being recorded. But let me just show you what I mean. So if I take this and I hit record, and I grab the microphone and talk into it. Hello, AB. Now let me just show you what I'm talking about here. So when I go back to my playback and I hit play, like you can't hear it at all. You can't hear the audio for some reason. If somebody can tell me that if I'm doing something wrong, but for whatever reason, I cannot hear the audio on the camera when I'm recording through this transmitter. Even though I have the gain all the way up, I have my volume settings set about halfway, so there'd be plenty of volume to work with. But for whatever reason, on any other microphone, including the inbuilt microphone, a shotgun microphone, all of them, I can hear the audio when I play it back. I can hear it if I plug in some headphones, but it's very light. And then I ran into some issues with editing that audio on Capcut, because that's what I use. So I brought you into my screen to show you what I'm talking about. So I brought in some samples of this waveform is recorded with the Lark M2s on my Sony camera, and this clip is with just a regular shotgun mic sitting on top of the camera. So if I come over here to the shotgun mic and I go to audio, a couple of things I like to do out of the gate is normalize loudness, enhance voice, and sometimes vocal isolation or reduce noise, but at the very least I do these two things, and you can see that it does its job just fine. I can go ahead and bring that waveform down, so you can see that the audio features that I use in Capcut, they work perfect on the shotgun mic, and the same can be said with the DJI Mic 2. on any other device, including a cell phone or any other camera that I have. But for some reason, when I record with this camera and I go to try to do the same things, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. So look right there. See, can't apply loudness normalization because the audio levels are too low. So you see how it does that? That right there is super annoying. So it's not a huge deal because I can go ahead and just manipulate the audio by just bringing it up, and I can still, oh, I can't even do that. So it's like I can't do anything to it. I can do vocal isolation, which is good, but you can see how I don't have as much control over the audio inside of Capcut specifically when using this microphone on my Sony cameras, which are the main cameras I bought them for. You know, this may have been a deal breaker, but I feel like, you know, how it looks when you put it on, the ease of use and the small carrying case, I feel like all of those pros outweigh this con. But if there's somebody out there, I've looked on YouTube, I've looked on the Hollyland site, and I couldn't find a good reason why that is. If you're out there and you use Capcut, you use a Sony camera, and you use this microphone, what are the best settings to go ahead and be able to manipulate the audio just like I can out of seemingly any other microphone and any other camera combination inside of Capcut specifically? So I'd appreciate it. Drop it in the comments if you can. Thank you. So even though I had some issues with the recording, part of that is user error, and it doesn't seem like I can edit the audio the way that I want to inside of Capcut. And again, that may be user error. Let me know. I still think this is a wonderful buy. The low profile build of the microphone itself, you could hardly notice it on your person. You can rest assured that as long as your receiver is plugged in and you're standing near it, you're going to get audio no matter how far you are. I'm not going to do any of those ridiculous audio tests where you walk a football field away and see if it works, because who the hell does that anyway, right? But anyway, I still think this is a good buy. I'm still happy with the purchase, and I'm still working on dialing in the settings. So all in all, I do think this is a fantastic microphone, especially if you're going to be recording on the Osmo Pocket 3. It's as simple as plugging in that small dongle into your camera, clipping the thing on your shirt, and you're good to go. Almost easier than the DJI Mic 2 itself, because the DJI Mic 2 is huge by comparison, and if you want to get the same level of discreetness, you have to plug in a lavalier mic, and that kind of takes away the ease of use. So absolutely perfect microphone for the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, and of course the iPhone. It works immediately and perfectly in the native camera app, and that is a win. So thank you for tuning in. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more review style content like this. We'll see you next time. Peace.